Hi guys, back again, and I just thought I'd take this opportunity to go on to YouTube. Tell about, let's get this light back on. It's a little venture this afternoon, so we decided to buy a bike for my 6-year-old daughter. I had about, I would say about, I don't know, 10 miles, 12 miles left in the car on my BMW i3. Against what I said, my wife said, "Why don't you charge before and we'll go over then?" No, it'll be fine. So I didn't charge. We went over there. We went round for ages to try and find this house. Eventually found it. Got the bike. Brilliant. Happy. Daughter happy. And was down to 1 mile and 1%. Then 0. Then it just says low miles and 0%. Nearest charger was 3 miles away in an Asda. Got there no problem. Now I have taken it down to 0 and below 0 before. Not ideal. And got to Asda. DC charger was being taken up by a Tesla. It was at 46%, so he was going to be a while. Went to plug into their 7 kilowatt chargers. Which was a complete ridiculous faff. Asda, you need to sort that out. So it was a scan a QR code, takes you to a website, fill in your details, fill in your card details. Didn't work, declined my card. Tried my wife's credit card, didn't work, declined my card. Then realised on the charging post it was a 30p a kilowatt and a £30 holding charge, which was just ridiculous. So Asda, that really is ridiculous. You need to sort that out, because your DC charging isn't like that at all. It's contactless. So then found a BP Pulse charger in a car park. Used my BMW charging card. That worked fine. Went off, had a coffee. Come back with about 15 miles on it after about, I don't know, however long. Bit cold, a bit annoyed with myself, but you know, it wasn't the end of the world. You know, it was doable. Dropped my wife and kid in the bike home, and then I was down to, I think, 8 miles, and then I'm back here up at Bulldog Services to charge up, and arrived here on 0 miles and 0%, so twice in one day. But it just shows that actually there's a buffer in there. You don't really want to go down to that, but the difference when I had this the first time in the first 2 weeks, and I went down to that level, was when I first started driving an EV, which as of April this year will be like three years ago or something like that. And I was 10 miles away from Cambridge Services, and I managed to get there. So it's an interesting, it's interesting to sort of get like that and kind of experience that again, but without the hesitation and without the car couldn't do this and all the rest of it. What I will say is that when I've done that, it was warm weather. Today it's 6 degrees, so that's obviously had an impact. It's been raining and windy and everything else, so the impact on the battery is a lot different today. But I was thinking about this, was certainly when I turned up to the Asda one, where I was so low on charge. If you're a brand new EV owner, then it could be quite scary, because in a petrol car or an ICE car, you probably you shouldn't do anyway, but you should probably don't go down to that level. Although I have seen that as well. People go down to 0 on that and then into the reserve tank, which again isn't great for the car. But if you're a new EV driver, then if you're watching this, then it's worth planning. Unlike me today, I should have put at least another 10 miles, 20 miles in there. I just didn't think about it really. I also don't have home charging as well, so anyone that isn't a member of this channel has just started watching. I don't have home charging. I haven't had for like 3 years, so it's not like I can come home, plug in and be ready for the next time I go out. So it's all around planning and what I do and all the rest of it, and then it's completely manageable. So if you're on the fence about get an electric car and you haven't got home charging. It's completely doable. You just need planning, and you need to look around locally what you've got in there in terms of infrastructure, all this sort of other stuff. And the light's going off again into the darkness. But yeah, so I think like new owners, just bear that in mind. It's not scary. It doesn't have to be scary, but you do need to think about where you're going. And in certain times of the year, like the winter, you do have to think about that more. Rule of thumb is take 20% off your range. 20% off, then that will cover for things like putting heating on, and the temperatures outside just have that impact on the battery and stuff like that. So I'm like I said, I'm here at people are like, why are you using Ionity? They're so expensive. Oh my god! But yeah, we're at Ionity. The reason why I use it, there is a GridServe one down there. I think it's being used. These are quick. I usually get top speed on these up to sort of 46, 47 kilowatts on here. I have a new motion card. It's nice and quick and easy. And I can't be arsed with the faff, and I get charged at the end of the month. Same with my BMW charging card. That's now replaced the BP Pulse card and things like that I had, which was useless. But that card seems to do really well on the 7 kilowatt chargers. I generally don't use the fast charge unless I have to on those, but like with these, it's just nice, quick and easy. I know people have had various degrees of success with these. There's usually one charger here that never works, so I avoid that and always use the second one back. But yeah, so EV adventure continues, at the start of 2022, and I'm still making silly mistakes like that. But the good thing is the mistakes is not something that's a problem, unless you're going, loads and loads of miles. I was going locally, but even locally, it's making sure you're doing that planning. One thing that I do believe though is like small towns and cities and things like that should have at least one charging hub outside the town. So if you're going to a town or you're getting stuck, then you should be able to stop there and go into town, or come out of town and stop there. Charging hubs are ideal for a little village or town that I live in. You wouldn't need much on the outskirts of our town for that, to do that. So charging hubs, destination charging especially, there should be car parks with whole floors of charging spots, and then it doesn't matter where you park, you should be able to charge. I think this will come. I think it will inevitably happen and change over that way, because people will go towards parking and things like that do have charging. But we'll see. But charging infrastructure for me has certainly improved. Today was just a silly mistake on my part. But both times we've managed to charge easily. And there was a backup charger, and this one I managed to get the 8 or 9 miles down the road, even at 0%. I probably used another 3 or 4 miles into under zero, and I got here and it's charging up quite nicely. So yeah, adventure continues. I'm trying to think what I will be doing over this year. I will try and do more car reviews. I've done a fury of 3 or 4, I think, end of last year when I was looking for another car. I'll continue to be doing the car reviews and things like that. I might do a few different bits and pieces on the channel. I'm just kind of going to do the channel exactly what I like, really, and just what interests me. So you could see a few different bits and pieces on the channel. There'll be unicycle stuff, skateboard stuff, car stuff, charging stuff, EV meetups, anything and everything, really. I've been looking at a ride over in Ireland, and I don't know how easy, especially at the moment, how easy that's going to do. From my house to Limerick, where it is, I hope I said that right, it's about 464 miles. You go across and obviously go up to like Liverpool way, Holyhead, I think it is, a ferry across, and then through Dublin and stuff like that. I'll be interested to know, anyone that watches this, if you live in Ireland, what the charging situation is. Are there places like Osprey and Insta360 and people like that across there? I'll start to have a look at you know, the charging apps and things like that to see if that's across. But let me know if you've got experience of driving in Ireland or you live in Ireland. What's the charging network like over there? You know, let me know. You know, so there's definitely more to come. This flipping light keeps going out. Just having a look at chat viewing options. What's chat? Live chat. Can't see it. Can I see it that way? No. Can't do it that way. Oh well. If you are chatting, I don't know if I can't really see it on there. I'm still learning technology apparently. A new video out this week. Just a little lunchtime jaunt around on my unicycle. And yeah, more stuff to come. So I hope you enjoy the channel. I might even try some live stuff. I'm not particularly good at the live stuff with other people, so I'm going to probably invite people on to sort of chat with. We'll pick some subjects, and if you've got subjects that you would like discussed on the channel, pop them in the comments below, and then I'll get some people on, and we'll try and do a live chat or a live hangout every so often, or you know, every couple of weeks or something like that. I don't want to do them all the time. I'm not particularly good at them. I'm not a fan of them. There's too much that goes wrong. Whereas if you're pre-recording something, then you know, you can edit and you can, you know, do all the lovely stuff that we do. So let me know if that's of interest. I've done a few before, so we'll see if that turns out. But yeah, just today's venture on owning an EV. So it's never dull. It's always fun. That's the main thing. One of the things that actually, before I go, one of the things I was reading this week on Facebook, it was a couple of new solar panel farms on the outskirts of where I live in Hitchin was going to be put on Greenland and stuff like that. And there was a big uproar from people. And it's like, well, hold on a minute. You want everyone to be green. You want the climate change stuff to just miraculously disappear, but you don't want solar panels on your back on your back door. It just doesn't work like that. For me, I don't see the problem with it. I'd rather have solar panels and wind farms like in those places than another set of houses and or an industrial estate put there and stuff like that. It's all green technology and green energy. Let's just, you know, let's get that stuff there. And if those companies can make that available to local consumers at a reduced price, then great. If they can't, then, you know, I don't know how that stuff works, but we should be encouraging solar and wind in these places and locally, and not like, you know, some generations that go, oh, they're a blight on the landscape and stuff like that. No, they're actually, you know, helping with the environment, and we're not using fossil companies and fossil fuels and stuff like that. Let's have more of that, more sustainable stuff, using the natural stuff that we've got, like sun and like wind and things like that. Let's get that in. I'd rather have my house plugged into a local solar farm or wind farm than some dirty coal or gas or nuclear power or whatever it is on there. So, you know, more for it. So there was so many arguments against it, and there was a couple of people that I was chatting to, which was the normal daily fail people that like, oh, this is bad, it's not clean, and oh, they're a blight on the landscape and all this rubbish. It's like, get back in your box, love, and just, you know, let's just crack on and sort it out. Everyone wants climate change to end, but no one wants to actually do what's needed to actually sort it out. So if there's an opportunity to help things like this get in, then we should be encouraging it, not discouraging it. Little rant, who knows. 7 people watching. I don't know how I can tell. Don't know how I can tell. I can't read the comments for some reason. Leave some comments though. If you're watching, leave some comments. Say hi or whatever it is. I'm still learning these live stuff via my phone. See how that works. Should we see how the charging's going? Let me open the car door and see how we're doing. 34 miles in there. That's good. I'm not going to obviously leave it to 100%, but it's all right. As long as I've got enough, like 80%, then I'll be happy. And get home and put Molly to bed. As you do, just hanging out with a charger on a Saturday night. Why wouldn't you? It's my rock and roll lifestyle. But yeah, probably just a thank you for everyone that supports the channel. I'm almost at 1,500 subscribers, which is amazing. I'm about 10 away. If you know friends that you want to annoy with this channel, tell them to subscribe to it. Share the videos wide and far. And you would have seen a few shorts that come up, short videos. I'm kind of testing those bits out really, and how well they do in terms of views. So those that don't know about like YouTube and stuff like that, the more views you get on certain videos, the greater it pushes you up the food chain in YouTube and things like that. Same with the thumbs up and likes. All of us YouTubers and people like that always put like, please subscribe and please give a like and all the rest of it. But there's a reason why we do that. Not necessarily the subscribe stuff, but the likes and the comments and things like that. There's algorithms within YouTube that pushes us up, gets us more visible, which then gives us more subscribers potentially. So what I'm trying to do with some of those shorts is that they have big view numbers for some bizarre reason. A short one of me, which granted, I think most people was looking to see if I'd fall off on my unicycle at Brooklands Park. I put that up and I had like 5 views, and 24 hours later, or overnight, I woke up, got up to over 4,000. Don't know why, for a like 8-second clip. So I'm trying a few of those. So you'll see a few of those pop up. They're mainly for like the shorts stream, and people that like just watch those, that like probably like me on Instagram, where you get like the live stuff or the quick videos, and you literally just flicking through. But those flick throughs of views, and obviously that helps with the channel. So you'll see a few of those, some random ones. I've taken some down where they haven't really done particularly well, and left the ones that have. Usually it's 24 hours, you kind of know whether they've done something or not. If they sit there at like 20 views, it's no point in having them on there. It's more worse than it is. But actually, if you do it the other way, like 2 or 3 of those have gone ridiculous sort of numbers. Not the hundreds of thousands. My highest video, I think, is still the MG review with Neil from Sussex EVs. So big shout out to you, Neil. I haven't seen you for ages. We'll have to get together on one of your EV meets when we can. But that one's sitting at 11,000 views. That was brilliant. Another one with what was the other one? There was a couple of other ones that went like really sky high. There was a live one I done with the BMW i3 guide, and that started off with a couple of 100 views, and that's now sitting at 5,000. You know, there's no rhyme and reason for YouTube, but the kind of things that we can do or we ask for, there's a reason why we're so annoying on some videos that say, please like and please subscribe, please help us push us up the food chain. It's not that we want to always ask for that, but sometimes it's encouraging. And also, you know, things like the notification icons, the more people that click those and you know, notify when new videos that we drop, the better. And again, that gives more visibility to YouTube. So anyway, enough of YouTube gumph. I'm probably going to go and grab a coffee and come back to the car. I might do another live stream when I'm back, but who knows? I'm just here to try and get 80%. Anyway, take care, everyone. Hope the start of 2022 has been okay. I know it's still difficult for everyone. Stay strong. More fun to come. I'm going to try and not fall off stuff. But there's going to be some more EV adventures. Hopefully some more traveling in the i3, more unicycle adventures, all that good stuff. Anyway, see you later, everyone. Bye-bye. How do I turn it off? Ah!